Okay, but
Yeah, I don't have a statement. I don't want to be. I don't want to be detained in these handcuffs like this. I'm properly if I haven't committed a crime or done that.
Okay.
In an ongoing saga surrounding NBA YoungBoy, the rapper's legal troubles have been front and center over the past few years, and recent developments have kept fans and the media on edge. Despite his immense success in the music industry, NBA YoungBoy has continually found himself entangled in a web of legal issues. From federal charges to high-speed chases and courtroom drama, his story is one of resilience, conflict, and personal struggles that reflect the harsh realities of a life marked by crime, fame, and controversy. One of the key moments in this saga occurred when NBA YoungBoy's lawyers made a public statement regarding his release from federal custody in 2025. According to the lawyers, YoungBoy had completed the majority of his sentence, totaling 23 months. Thanks to credits applied to another case in Louisiana, the rapper would be released in just 3 months. However, this news was overshadowed by the dramatic events that unfolded in the courtroom surrounding his sentencing. On the day of his sentencing, an unexpected disruption occurred when a fan hacked into the courtroom and loudly shouted, "Free YoungBoy, free W." The incident caught both the attention of those present and NBA YoungBoy himself, who responded with a smile and a laugh as he entered the room. Despite the comedic nature of the fans' disruption, YoungBoy's sentencing was anything but lighthearted. The rapper faced serious charges stemming from an incident that occurred on March 10, 2021, when he was arrested and charged with possession of a firearm by a convicted felon and possession of an unregistered firearm. This was in relation to a music video that YoungBoy had filmed in a neighborhood. During the video shoot, he and his crew were seen dancing on the hood of a car while waving firearms around. The video attracted the attention of an elderly woman, who called the police out of concern. Once officers arrived on the scene and recognized YoungBoy's history, they swiftly arrested him. At the court hearing, body cam footage of the arrest was played, which showed a striking moment between the officer and YoungBoy. In the footage, the rapper can be seen reacting with surprise and frustration, calling the cop "Big Dog" and repeatedly asking why he was being arrested. He insisted that he had done nothing wrong, offering to be searched to prove his innocence. YoungBoy's reaction to the situation highlighted his belief that he hadn't committed a crime and perhaps didn't fully understand the severity of the situation. Unfortunately for him, his criminal history made it unlikely that the authorities would give him the benefit of the doubt. The arrest became even more complicated when YoungBoy's cameraman attempted to delete the footage of the incident, knowing that holding a firearm on camera could have serious consequences. However, before he could delete the footage, the police confiscated the camera, leaving behind the evidence that would ultimately be used to convict YoungBoy. In an attempt to suppress the evidence, YoungBoy's legal team argued that the police had obtained the footage illegally, but the courts did not agree. The lower court ruled that the video should be suppressed, as it had been obtained in violation of YoungBoy's constitutional rights. However, when the case went to the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals, they overruled the decision and allowed the footage to be used against him in court. With the appeal rejected, YoungBoy's legal team had limited options moving forward. One possibility was to take the case to the Supreme Court, though there was no guarantee that the highest court in the land would take up the case. Another option was to negotiate a plea bargain with the government, given that YoungBoy had already spent a significant amount of time in custody and on house arrest. If the rapper were to accept a plea deal, it would likely result in a reduced sentence. In the midst of these legal proceedings, the courtroom itself grew somber as the judge took the opportunity to deliver an emotional and motivational speech to YoungBoy. Acknowledging the rapper's potential and talent, the judge expressed regret that those qualities had been overshadowed by his struggles with addiction. The judge's words were a rare moment of positivity in an otherwise bleak case, and they resonated with YoungBoy, who appeared to take the message to heart. "I don't want that for you," the judge said, hoping that once YoungBoy completed his federal prison sentence, he would have a bright future and be able to reach his full potential. Despite the judge's hopeful words, the reality of YoungBoy's situation remained harsh. Official reports confirmed that YoungBoy would serve 27 months in jail, followed by 60 months of probation. While this was a significant sentence, it could have been much worse, especially considering the additional charges that had stacked up against him over the years. In 2021, for example, YoungBoy had skipped a court date, leading to the FBI issuing a warrant for his arrest. This led to a dramatic high-speed chase in which YoungBoy attempted to flee from the authorities. The chase began when FBI agents staked out YoungBoy's Louisiana mansion, waiting for him to leave. Once he did, they pursued him in a dramatic car chase. At first, YoungBoy pulled over to the side of the highway, but when the officers approached, he sped off again, weaving through traffic. He eventually exited the highway and ran on foot, attempting to escape. However, he was dressed in designer clothes, including expensive shoes and jewelry, which made it difficult for him to outrun the police. The pursuit ended when a K-9 unit tracked YoungBoy down, and he was arrested after running through a fan's backyard. The charges resulting from the chase included speeding, resisting arrest, and a host of other offenses. Despite the severity of these charges, YoungBoy was able to secure a release from jail with the help of his substantial wealth. He posted a bond of $540,000, including $500,000 in cash and 2 properties worth over $1.5 million as collateral. Although he was required to wear an ankle monitor, he was allowed to travel freely, which contrasted with the restrictions imposed by the Louisiana courts, which had previously kept him under house arrest. While YoungBoy was able to secure a bond in California, the situation was more complex in Louisiana, where he had been originally arrested. The two courts had different interpretations of the same set of facts, and it was unclear how the Louisiana judge would rule in the case. If the California judge had found that the bond conditions were sufficient, it seemed unlikely that a Louisiana judge would impose stricter conditions. This disparity highlighted the differences in how the legal system could interpret similar cases in different jurisdictions. Despite his legal battles, NBA YoungBoy's career has remained a focal point for many fans. However, his ongoing issues with other rappers have only added fuel to the fire. His feud with NLE Choppa is one of the most high-profile examples of how his personal life and legal troubles have intersected with his music career. The tension began when YoungBoy dropped a diss track aimed at several other rappers, including King Von, who had passed away. Choppa, who had previously supported YoungBoy, was now at odds with him because of the disrespect shown toward King Von. The drama escalated when YoungBoy responded to the situation by dissing Choppa in his own tracks. This created a rift in the rap community, with other artists chiming in and offering their own opinions on the feud. For instance, DJ Academics posted about YoungBoy's demon time behavior, which led to Lil Reese calling him out, saying that YoungBoy was just rapping like everyone else. Choppa himself went on the Academics podcast, expressing frustration with how things had turned out. He also appeared on DJ Vlad's show to discuss the situation further, referring to it as entertainment and brushing it off as something that didn't need to be taken too seriously. Unfortunately, the issues didn't stop there. YoungBoy's falling out with Jay Youngin, another rapper, added more tension to the situation. Initially, the two had planned to collaborate on music, with Jay expressing admiration for YoungBoy's work. However, the relationship soured after Jay leaked an unreleased song of YoungBoy's on social media. YoungBoy was not pleased, demanding that the post be deleted, and when it wasn't, tensions flared. Jay retaliated by dissing YoungBoy in a new song, and the two continued to trade barbs. The situation escalated further when Jay posted a video claiming that he wouldn't tolerate disrespect. This led to accusations that YoungBoy's crew was involved in Jay's tragic passing, which was a devastating turn of events, especially considering that Jay had been a fan of YoungBoy's music. As these feuds and legal troubles mounted, NBA YoungBoy found himself in an increasingly difficult position. The constant arrests, court appearances, and personal conflicts have undoubtedly taken a toll on his career and reputation. Yet, despite everything, his music continues to resonate with fans, and his story remains one of the most captivating in the world of hip-hop. Whether or not he can overcome his legal troubles and personal demons remains to be seen, but for now, his journey is far from over.